The elderly were urged to keep warm in severe weather during the junior doctors' strike. Well, I never. Now we can see how they're earning their money. I'm Graniopteryx. So this was an article from January the 6th, and it says that the health chiefs, whoever they are warning elderly people to keep warm in treacherous weather, not because it would make them more comfortable, it says here, or rather I'm pointing at the computer, you'll see it there, not because it makes them more comfortable or improves their quality of life, but because it reduces the risk of needing hospital care. Yet after all, we mustn't inconvenience the hospitals, must we? As the longest strike in NHS history begins. Now, I made a video about the post office problem and pointed out that in order to stop a big national embarrassment, the government didn't act when it should have done. And I think this is what's happening here as well. The junior doctors have become very, militarised and militantised. A lot of them, they're at the cold face there, and they see a lot of misery and they want to do something about it. I understand that. And so a lot of them become or are socialists because they want to take care of people. The problem is that you can take care of people to the detriment of absolutely everything else. And that's what these junior doctors are doing. I do suppose that some of them are political agitators as well. That's for sure. I believe that. But I think a lot more of the followers on are simply good people who want to do right by their patients and are constrained by lack of funds. The problem is there is no end to the funds that you can give to take care of people. That is a problem. Where do you draw the line? I understand that. But at the moment, we are in a crisis. There are a lot of militant doctors marching about creating trouble. Instead of getting on with what they've got, they want to bring the government down because, first of all, they want more funds for health care, and secondly, they want a socialist government. Without realising that if they get their aims, they will have neither. Ultimately, health chiefs said that 6 days. So what I was going to say was, I think it's about time the government just started sacking them. No, I'm serious. This will be for a while. This will be an embarrassment. It's hardly the word to use. A very difficult time for society while all these doctors are just released into care in the community. But it has to be done. The government has to draw a line. It can't give way to these doctors, and they're going to keep on striking. They're going to keep on blackmailing us, and it's going to this pain is just going to be drawn out. It will not stop. Health chiefs said that the 6-day strike by junior doctors, starting at 7 a.m. on Wednesday, remember this was 3rd of January, could not have come at a worse time with pressures on services mounting after Christmas. It's amazing how you need doctors after Christmas. I was fine when all the family was here and I had lots of guests and I was buzzing about and doing stuff. I was even baking bread. I was doing a lot. And then when they all went, suddenly everything started aching, hurting. But I had to go to the dentist. I didn't have to go to the dentist before. I got a muscle strain and that was giving me trouble. Terrible. And it was I hadn't noticed it during Christmas. It all sort of bubbled to the surface afterwards. And so yes, there's going to be a lot of, I'm sure I'm not unusual in that regard, so there's going to be a lot of people going to hospital with stuff that they've been putting off over the Christmas period. Health experts urge those who are frail and vulnerable to take particular care as Britain battles the aftermath of Storm Henk, with flooding expected to continue for days. They express deep concern about the risk to the elderly. Yeah, well, as I say, this is a time for a government to bite the bullet. I doubt it will. If there's one thing that I can absolutely say about any government, this one, any government Starmer puts up, any previous government, it's a complete lack of any sort of bravery, a complete oversupply of cowardice and what do you call it when you get groups of people and you ask for their opinions and then you go with it? There's a word for it, they use it in advertising, it's just gone. But anyway, it's that sort of mentality. Instead of taking the lead, instead of saying, look, this is what we've got, this is what we've got to do, and so we're going to do it, they start, faffing about, and they're wasting their time on this ridiculous Rwanda plan. That's it. A little bit of sacking and a little bit of resolve and a little more thoughtfulness from the doctors as well, I would say. And all we get is platitudes like this. Oh, keep warm, dear, then you won't be a burden on the hospitals. Okay, till next time. Why not treat yourself or a favoured relative or friend to these magnificent examples of merch? The mugs and t-shirts come in the Graniopteryx design or Grambo with a firearm or the more deadly knitting needles. Go to www.graniopteryx.com and whatever platform you're watching this on, please click like, subscribe and share.